I'm Daniel Lubin, sobriety date, May 23rd, 1988. Sobriety coach, creating generational health to friends and family. I'm here with my friend Sandy.
Hey there.
The reason why Sandy is here today is because Sandy is someone that, to be honest, I didn't think you'd make it.
Agreed.
She has become one of my favorite people in recovery just because of the fact that she made it. So she's also the owner of Frocks and Rocks. So I'm gonna let her talk about her business acumen.
Thank you. Good to be here with you.
Oh,
We go way back. So I met Manuel in my first shot at sobriety, but I was forced into that, as you know. So that goes back to 2007, quite some time. So I'm happy to be here. Well, I'm Sandy Featherston. I'm the owner of Frocks and Rocks. That is my primary business. And I'm in the retail side of things, but I help women style. I style women and curate unique fashion. And I've done that. I've had the business for 18 years. However, we're transitioning at the moment. So I'm moving it into this new space and moving into a new plateau.
So the reason people go to AA is not for personal growth. AA is a facilitator community. So people go to AA to celebrate recovery. So what I'm trying to do here is have people truly express their significance and their values. So that's why you're here. So my question is this: what has your attention and what is your intention for that attention?
Good question. So first of all, what does have my attention is that the longer I'm sober, the longer I've traveled through change, the more that we experience in life, I've learned that I am a continual work in progress. So part of this program is peeling the onion, as we use that term. It's the cause and conditions of why we're here. And the longer that I'm sober, the more I see that I have, things to work on. So the 12 steps takes us through that process, and that is a very good in-depth process, but I think it's a constant. And I think in this, what has my attention currently is that I'm in the transition of business changes, but as I evolve as a sober human being, I'm also in a transitions constantly with my inner self and how to define myself and how to continue to grow on every level.
So as you
emotional sobriety,
as you think about that attention and your intention for that attention, thinking about that, do you feel grief or relief?
I feel peace, which would be relief, because there is something that I can do. So when you feel grief, there's a lack of control over situation that may have happened. In this situation, I feel relief because I have the ability, if I choose to work on myself. So it's about what we talk about as emotional sobriety is like uncover, discover, discard. So I have the ability to uncover things that I didn't know about myself. I can, discard them and deal with them. So it's how to move on, how to let go.
Beautiful that you feel relief, because that's a question that tells me whatever your answers are in terms of your intention towards your attention, it's the next right action for your personal growth in terms of your transition, whether it be business-wise or on a personal level. So that's interesting. May
I say something?
Yeah.
But I have, from my experience and from one of my defects of the character, has been the victim. So I have a choice today not to be the victim, to take ownership of self, take complete ownership of my life and choices and decisions.
It's interesting because she just talked about take ownership, not being the victim. When we go to AA meetings, the speakers, they're not there, the AA speeches, they're not to inform the audiences. The speakers are there to project themselves as exemplary. So here, we want to hear just what you're talking about. That's what this platform is about. This is not a BS hack, whatever you call those things, like 3 ways to do XYZ. This is not a BS hack podcast for prestige. This is a podcast for recovery. So we could have real talks concerning recovery and transformation as people grow. So recovery, just like history, is a list of surprises. Could we talk about some of your big surprises in recovery?
It depends on what level of surprises. I think I'm constantly surprised at the growth that we continue to have. Sometimes when I'm in meetings, I'll pick up something different each time I'm there. But the constant surprise for me is that there are things about myself that were unknown, and somehow it's either relationship or most of the time it's relationship. So something's shown to me on something that I need to work on, because I've created, a lot of times most of the time we create our own reality and through our relationships.
I just want to interject quick. In one of the AA literature, it tells us the 12 and 12, page 53.
Of course you do.
It says, our biggest problems in life is that we fail to recognize, as alcoholics, our true inability to form a partnership with other human beings. What do you think of such a statement? They're saying that we have an inability to form true partnership with other human beings.
That's a tough statement, because I don't know. I mean, I know that it's more difficult for us, but I think that what creates that difficulty is a lack of vulnerability. I don't know that we want to be completely honest, meaning opening ourselves up entirely to people. That is, we're protecting ourselves with safety. I notice for me, I'll put walls up of safety. So I'm protecting my heart. And mine has a lot to do with, my journey through loss and tragedy and trauma. So what I've learned is that I can be that vulnerable person. I can be that essence if I am allowing myself the space to be able to be vulnerable and to be able to accept myself and work on the things that I need to work on. I can only face myself if I decide to.
You say to be vulnerable. Now, in our big book, it says, page 73, first paragraph again. It says, more than most people, we alcoholics live a double life. Is that true for you?
When I was drinking, absolutely. Is there a double life today? I think that there's sides of all of us. It's peeling the onion. So I think there's sides of me that have a business persona. There's a side of me that have my personal persona. There's a side of me of client. But if I dig deep within myself, yes, there is a double side. They are activated by fear or by safety. So it's a matter of who we surround ourselves with.
So to be continued, because that takes us into our subject of the narcissistic injury that most of us suffered throughout childhood.